In the previous episode, we helped out Arthas in getting the remains of Kel'thuzad to the Sunwell, and eventually we managed to get to Quel'Thalas and brought the Necromancer back to life. He is now fighting for us as a Lich as well. However, shortly after resurrecting him, he told us that we needed to communicate with the Burning Legion so they can actually start the invasion of Azeroth. And eventually, after defeating a bunch of orcs, we managed to get to one of the portals, and he summoned in none other than Archimonde. Now, Archimonde, I believe that's at the very least how you pronounce his name, is basically one of the leaders of the Burning Legion, and he physically cannot enter Azeroth right now. He gave us a task to find Medivh's lost spellbook, basically the raven that was flying around and was giving us some instructions in the earlier stages of this game. Apparently he's got one last spellbook, and that is what we need to actually summon the Burning Legion to the world once and for all, and hopefully eventually get it destroyed as well, which I am personally not, I don't want Azeroth to be destroyed. But anyways, he told us that it may very well be in Dalaran, so that is exactly where we are starting off today as well in chapter 7, the Siege of Dalaran. The next morning at the gates of Dalaran. Are we making more meat wagons? Certainly looks like it. I really like the Undead campaign, it's really badass. That's Kel'thuzad, by the way, he's now playing as a Lich. Pretty badass.
Wizards of the Kirin Tor, I am Arthas, first of the Lich King's Death Knights. I demand that you open your gates and surrender to the might of the Scourge.
They're totally gonna do that, Arthas. Totally.
Greetings, Prince Arthas. How fares your noble father?
Lord Antonidas, there's no need to be snide.
We've prepared for your coming, Arthas. My brethren and I have erected auras that will destroy any undead that pass through them.
Your petty magics will not stop me, Antonidas.
Pull your troops back, or we will be forced to unleash our full powers against you. Make your choice, Death Knight.
So condescending. Nobody really seems to like Arthas very much, huh?
I sense that 3 separate wizards are maintaining these auras. If you find and kill them, the auras will disperse.
So that's what we need to do today? Slay the second Archmage and slay Antonidas as well as the first Archmage. So, wait, do I have a base? Oh yeah, I most definitely do have a base. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started right here by getting some resources then. Apparently I have got additional acolytes that I can't really use. Got a bunch of additional units as well, and I can now make abominations. These beautiful little dudes, well, they're not that little I suppose, but they should be helping us out as well. So I think I'm gonna make sure that I get all of these guys hotkeyed together. You guys can start taking these out as well. You must charge into the city and slay each Archmage in order to bring down the crippling shields. Units will slowly take damage while in the shield. Oh, alright. Alright, so I need to basically make sure that we get inside of the city, but at the same time it's gonna be an absolute mess. I see. That is gonna be a little bit tricky. Ideally, I'd like to go up to like a bunch of Frostworm once again. I think that would be really cool. We got a really large base here already, though. I'll go straight up to a Black Citadel, as we started off in low upkeep anyway. And I think that I'm gonna have to take a few of the ghouls that are now harvesting some lumber for us with us as well. So we need to make sure that we destroy 3 of the Archmages. There's one right over there, Doro Mage Font. Level 5 Archmage, which is nothing too exciting, like nothing too high level, I suppose, but we are gonna have to try and produce a bunch of stuff. So I make sure here that before going up to high upkeep or whatever, that we get as many upgrades as we possibly can. And of course, I need to make sure that I get a few more Ziggurats too. Not sure if they're gonna be engaging us, but just in case, I'll produce one of those things. I cannot also go ahead and create abominations, but apparently they will require us to get a Black Citadel. Ideally, I want to get the Black Citadel to get some of the Frostworms. I know that in the multiplayer, right, in the 1 versus 1 aspect of this game, it's relatively easy to, deal with Frostworms, and usually they're pretty uncommon, but I don't think they will be dealing with them as efficiently as we can be dealing with all of their stuff. I wonder if I should also go ahead and make some slaughterhouse units. Don't really want to bother too much with the meat wagons, while they are fun and, pretty powerful. I don't know. I wonder what the best unit compositions is, though. We could also go ahead and go for a bunch of necromancers. The necromancers obviously are really powerful as well. And more importantly, they will allow us to get a lot of additional damage in as well once we eventually get the frost worms out. Because the frost worms can indeed be frenzied as well. One of you pointed out that I should really go ahead and give that a try. It sounded extremely powerful anyway. Alright, so we can basically make whatever army we want here, huh? To answer my previous question, apparently indeed we can be fighting here. Well, once again, toggle on that ability. And of course I want to try and, you know, keep all of these units alive. The abominations are really powerful units though. I can apparently research Disease Cloud on them, which is a pretty interesting thing. I'll make sure to queue up a bunch of these upgrades myself. And I think I'm just gonna make some more Crypt Fiends here, because I really like those previously. And then we'll try and see if we can get some Frost Worms out as well. Oh, I need a Sacrificial Pit. Alright, fine, we'll get one of those. The nice thing is that all of these units that I'm making right now do benefit from the same upgrades. I'm not sure about Abominations. I'm assuming Abominations actually are gonna be, yeah, the melee upgrades instead, like the other upgrades. But that's okay. We can still get the Disease Cloud upgrade on them. Gives Abominations the Disease Cloud aura that deals 1 damage per second for 120 seconds to nearby enemy units. Meatwagons will cause Disease Clouds wherever they attack that deal 1 damage per second for 120 as well to nearby enemy units. Undead are immune to Disease Cloud. Alright, so basically it won't affect me whatsoever. That's really helpful actually. That makes these Meatwagons more powerful as well. So there's actually a Burning Human Town Hall over here. I'm doing a little bit of exploring now, because I'm kind of hoping that I can find myself an expansion or something along those lines. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a thing. What is it now? What are you doing here? Alright. Can you do some damage to him as well? There we go. Tread lightly. So wait, does he drop something useful? Ooh, he does indeed. Very good. I was hoping there might be an expansion. By the way, I am getting indeed a boneyard now as well. That I should be able to start producing some frost worms from as well. I'll go ahead and sacrifice one of my little dudes right here. I apologize for, you know, well, he says I wish only to serve. I guess it's okay. The reason for that is that I think I want to scout ahead just a little bit. I'm not sure if the shades will also take damage from anything, but I guess we'll figure that out in just a second. So there he indeed is out on the map as well. We'll do some scouting with him. He may very well need to, he may very well be sacrificed here. I also need to get rid of a few of these ghouls, because I've already got, you know, I basically already have got enough supply wasted, I suppose, at this point. Yeah, he is taking damage as well. So they take about 10 damage very quickly, actually. Ooh. That's not good. But I wonder if we can push onwards a little bit better here. Oh, I think I may actually remember this mission from way long ago. Yeah, it's been a very long time, but I remember this. I didn't realize at the time that that was Dalaran or whatever. Because, I mean, like I said, at the beginning of this playthrough, you know, when I was younger, I really didn't know how to speak English very well. So the story was just sort of a blur for me. But regardless, I do remember this at least very, very vaguely. I'm not sure though, this may be a bad sign as well, because that might indicate that this mission is very tricky. Either way, wasn't particularly experienced in, you know, RTS games back then as well, so I mean, we'll see. But I think like high HP units in general, like for example the Frostworm, will be very helpful. Abomination also at over 1000 HP. Crypt Fiends at 550, but then I think the ghouls, yeah, they will die very rapidly. I think I'm gonna have to bring some of them and like sacrifice them mostly. Because, I mean, we really don't need this much lumber income. So I'm sorry, boys. Get off the line. Because you guys are gonna lead the charge. I apologize, boys. You return some resources that you're holding right now. We'll get some more upgrades, I suppose. But I really want to try and see if I can build some more frost worms. And as it is right now, you guys are just stoking up so much supply. You guys are worth like 3 frost worms. Okay, so before we do anything, I'll make sure to save. And you guys can lead the charge.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Okay, bring in the other dudes in as well. But here we gotta keep in mind that all of my units, yeah, look at that. They take so much damage so quickly. Alright, we'll go into high upkeep for just a little bit.
No one orders me.
Okay. We'll use the abilities right here as well to try and keep everyone up and running. Really want to make sure that I get the highest HP units, I guess, mostly alive here. Okay. Actually, the Frostworms still take a ton of damage, though. Come on, come on. Thank you, Mr. Frostworm. Whew. I wonder if he even got enough here, though. Because a ton of units are indeed dying. No! Frostworm, get out! Get out! Well, that's all of this army gone, pretty much. Whew! That's a lot of army that we just ended up wasting here. I wonder if, like, if we kill this Kirin member, will that immediately shut down the shield as well? Because if that is the case, we may have needed to target fire that down. Let's give it a try. So indeed, Kel'thuzad ends up dying here as well. Yeah, okay. So that actually shuts down this. Okay, we should have focused that. We should have focused that way more aggressively. Hold on. Oh, they were actually just about to push as well. Hey, that's perfect for us. We'll take out this little attack wave then. Which should be reasonably easy for us. Just want to make sure that everyone stays out of the shielding for now. You guys back up for just a little bit. You guys back up as well. You fatties. Okay, all is good. Okay, we'll go into another abomination here as well. But here we go. Go, 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 go.
Tread lightly.
Actually, you guys just attack move. You also attack move on that thing.
This is more than that. No one orders me. Tread lightly.
Okay, we're trying to nuke down the guy at the front here.
Tread lightly.
Did buy a scroll as well, by the way. And there we go. That's much better. Much better. Alright, let's make another Frostworm now as well. Much better attempt this time around. Sure, a couple of my units ended up falling. But that's okay. We have a scouting goal as well. Alright, fine. You may live. You may live. You're the one to tell the tale to the other ghouls to make sure that they know that if they're misbehaving, they're gonna have to die as well. No, but seriously, this was much better than what we had previously. We can indeed do another sacrifice here, which should be okay. Hold on, how does that work? Just like that. And I'll make sure to get a few more upgrades here too. Yeah, so I really want to make like abominations, I think, and then frostworms as well. Frostworms are extremely heavy in supply, by the way, which is something that we do have to keep in mind. And I'll make sure to send one acolyte across to repair out these dudes. See if there's anything else we can pick up. Ooh, there is something here we can pick up. Come on. Come on, let Arthas through. Come on. Come on, you... Fine. We'll just take out whatever we can. I do want to make one acolyte to make sure that we can save this dude as well. And then I've got my sacrificial pit. A shade. You can stand right over here. You can do some scouting very soon once I max out once more. Looks like right here to the west, there is a human encampment that is not like under the shield, right? So we should be able to take this out. And there is indeed an expansion as well. So I think this is what we should, you know, spend some effort on here next. Just to make sure that we get, you know, like some additional stuff going. Because I really do need more units. And some more income as well, so we can max out on a bunch of frostworms. I think that would be very helpful. You can join the party as well.
At last.
We'll put Arthas in the front. And then, ooh, well, there we go. They're actually just about to move out for us. That's perfect. Okay, we'll cast that. That does a lot of damage to that area. Of course, keeping the frostworms alive if I can. Oh, you guys don't have to fight over there. Okay. There's still a lot of damage coming in though, but they got a lot of units here as well. I don't want to quite go into high upkeep just yet. Oof. I'm losing so many units still. Yeah, still so many units are lost. That's not good. Because these units are really expensive to try and remake as well. Okay, so once again, they are moving out. I've since established another base here. Plus, I managed to get myself some items as well from a shop in the bottom right corner of this map. I got a bunch of scrolls and whatnot on Kel'thuzad right here, so it's going to be able to heal up my my troops as well as give them additional armor and all that. I think that would be really helpful. And then, I mean, once again, I'm going to sacrifice the remainder of my ghouls. I already am getting rid of a bunch of them. You can die. I apologize. I apologize, Mr. Ghoul. But you really... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really have no use for you because I don't quite want to go into high upkeep yet. Alrighty, so that is me maxed out. Now what I've got right here is basically one full control group right here with a bunch of, you know, melee units or ground-based units. Then I've got one right here with a bunch of these frost worms as well. They will be able to do a ton of damage. And then I've got one last control group right here with meat wagons that will be able to shoot down a bunch of buildings. Now I am maxed out. I can't get any more supply than this. So I think we should go ahead and have a look and see exactly where this starts off. So of course there's going to be some aggression here. We can start this engagement off quite easily by just simply using my meat wagons. But we can scout a little bit more because I have no idea how to actually properly fight this. I just simply want to try and shoot down this part as we can. How do you get towards the frost, or how do you get towards the Archmage though? Where exactly is that guy located? So there's actually a mountain, a health fountain right there in the central part. That's good. That's good, I guess. But you're gonna have to walk a very, very long way to make your way over towards the Archmage. Now, what I could do is fly up there with my frost worms, which I am sort of feeling tempted like. I mean, is that not just a brilliant idea? That's like a really easy push. Hold on. So here's what we will do, okay? I've got a bunch of frost worms. They will be able to take this out easily. I'll send over Kel'thuzad and Arthas as well, so they can be healed up quite easily and, you know, get some additional damage in.
You called?
Speak, fool.
I've been thinking.
Okay, you guys get that Archmage. Isn't that the brilliant way of doing this though? Instead of like me being forced to walk all the way around, I just use a bunch of super high HP air units. Worked like a charm.
The second wizard has fallen. Only one cursed aura remains.
Alright.
No one.
Behind. Well, I'm gonna have to keep on producing some more things, I suppose. If I could lose any units here, I'd rather lose the Crypt Fiends, but they have a tendency to not die, which is fine. Here we go, though. Very nice. That was a very clean way of dealing with this. As indeed, we did manage to kill everything. And we're once again going to be able to push onwards here. Now, there is indeed a healing fountain, which would be really helpful to have. I'm not sure if I should keep my my meat wagons, to be honest with you. I mean, the meat wagons are not bad, though. So, I mean, we may as well, I guess. But the Fountain of Health should be good. And then lastly, there's one of them up here. None other than Antonidas himself, a very, very well-known Archmage. But I guess I'll spend, once again, a little bit of time exploring the area. Because there are quite a lot of things to discover here as well. Now, I actually, you know what? I'm going to add Arthas to hotkey 2 as well. So we can easily have him transfuse all of these units. Or not transfuse, rather. This isn't StarCraft 2, Lowko. Yeah, I'm losing a bunch of my stuff, but that's okay. Boots of Elvenkind? Yeah, there we go. I'll grab those. Thank you very much. Increases the agility of the hero by 6. Very good. And I should probably go ahead and destroy some of these things as well.
Tread lightly.
I'm not sure if there's anything in these cages.
Speak, fool. No one will around.
Sending the rest of my army now in as well. Because this army is so high HP, right? That's really the key. Because you lose a bunch of HP every time you do anything. Oh, we got an Ogre Magi.
Tread lightly.
Alright.
Speak.
Okay. This looks like a place where we can send the rest of our forces to. And there is something in this magic vault as well. I got a lot of army here already.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers.
The wizards keep many enchanted items within that vault. Shatter it, and we can turn our enemy's own weapons against them.
Okay.
Speak, fool.
Sure. Oh. Sorceress. Doing a lot of damage to us. Actually, I'm sort of just eating that hit up like it's nothing. That was not a good idea. Not a good way of engaging that Lowko. 10 out of 10. Would not recommend to do again, though. Okay, at least Kel'thuzad is eventually doing all of this. We'll level his stuff up as well. I do have a level up here as well on Arthas, so I may as well get those final abilities. There are indeed a bunch of units in there. So actually, these seem like really helpful items for Kel'thuzad himself. I did end up losing a little bit too much there, though. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Alright, here we go again. This time around, I'm trying to engage this a little bit more smartly rather than, you know, running in head first. Which seems to work out way better. They do have a bunch of polymorphs and a bunch of other things as well. I can heal everything up just for a second and then grab all of these items. And there we go. We barely ended up losing anything this time around. Much better. You grab Khadgar's Pipe of Insight as well. What does that do? Grants the nearby hero-friendly units a banner or a bonus mana regeneration. Alright, let's go. And once more, we've got a base to go ahead and take out here as well. I did once again end up losing a few units, but we're gonna be able to max out quite easily. Alrighty, so this is the old base of the humans right here. I didn't need to take it over as my my base at home ended up collapsing. The gold mine is now gone. I've also cleaned up another couple of these cages, and these guys called rock golems were in there, so they will be able to do a bunch of damage. Apparently there are 5 supply each, which actually is a very suitable amount. So right now I'm up to 100 supply, which is pretty awesome. I haven't actually been at that amount before, at least not that I remember. And I think that with this in mind, we're gonna be able to start moving onwards here. And I think this may very well allow us to move to the final destination. This is the army that we've got. Very, very powerful one, so I'll make sure to save here. I don't think we need to really scout, right? Do we need to scout? I mean, we can scout if we really want to. Ooh, they're actually just now moving in as well. Perfect. I'm gonna try and keep everyone alive. I can't sadly heal up all of my units. For example, these rock golems, while they are very powerful, they're not undead, so I can't actually death coil them and keep them alive for a little while longer. I could actually go ahead and use this scroll of healing, I guess. Keep everyone alive for just a tad longer. But here we go. I think we'll just... Here's what we do, okay? I'll just attack move straight on top of the man himself. I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. But I'm pretty sure if I clean him up, this mission's over. Oh, it's actually a very long walk, though. I don't know if this is a good idea. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. See if it works. Get him! Oh, he also, you know, he heals up super quickly as well. I thought this may have been a good idea. We're still going for it, but look at how quickly he gets healed up by these Kirin priests as well. Oh, he's so close to dying still, though. Is he gonna die? We got him! Did I just cheese it? Did I just cheese it? Did we do it?
It pains me to even look at you, Arthas.
I just attack moved.
I'll be happy to end your torment, old man. I told you
I'm out of water.
magics could not stop me.
That's not what that engagement looked like, though. Oh well.
The spellbook is all yours, Lich. Let's take it and leave before the wizards ask for their final attack.
Indeed. I will begin summoning Lord Archimonde at sunset.
Okay, so he gave us 3 days to begin the summoning. Lord Archimonde himself, that is. And even though we ended up, you know, completing this mission in a little bit of a cheesy fashion, we managed to complete it either way. So indeed, we apparently have more score than everyone else. But Chapter 8, Under a Burning Sky. 1 hour later, on a hill overlooking Dalaran. I believe this may very well be the final mission, although don't quote me on that. I think there were 9 in the first one and then 8 in the Undead? I'm not sure.
The Circle of Power has been prepared per your instructions, Lich. Are you ready to begin the summoning?
Nearly. I've been reading through Medivh's spellbook. His knowledge of demons alone is staggering. I suspect that he was far more powerful than anyone ever realized.
Not powerful enough to escape death, that is for certain. Suffice to say, the work he began We will finish today. Let the summoning commence.
Okay. Ooh, this is another one of those defensive missions. Survive for 30 minutes on Kel'thuzad. Okay, so I don't get to control him this time around. Use the fountains to replenish health and mana. I do have a base apparently. Mining out here. There are some shades moving around the map too. I mean, I guess I'll get started with a couple more of these things. But apparently we have to defend for a very long time here.
Lord Arthas, our scouts have found a cache of goblin landmines.
Excellent. We will make good use of them.
Okay, wait, we have found a cache of landmines? I don't know what I should use those for. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit strange. Let me make sure that I get all of my units combined. Because I'm not sure how many I've truly got here. And they're actually already attacking. Oh god. This is going to be a tricky mission, right? I'm not certain if this is indeed the final mission. It may very well be the final mission here of the Undead. Okay. I do want to try and make sure that we go up to the Citadel here. Don't really want to go into a higher upkeep than we absolutely have to. So actually losing a unit there was in my benefit. Because I really want to try and keep those up for a little while longer. And I do want to start mining from this base as well. So you know what? After finishing up the Black Citadel and starting up my... I think we'll once again go for a bunch of Frostworms. Yeah. After starting that one up, I think we're going to be in a really good position. We got a Sacrificial Pit here. Do have a Temple of the Damned, so I'll get some research going in those. And of course... actually, I don't really need to bench the Adept Training. I don't think I'm going to make any. And we'll just simply make a bunch of the units that I think are going to be helpful. There's going to be taking quite a while, though, to defend. Because as you can see, there are... The map is actually not that big, but there are quite a lot of entrances into our base, I suppose. And I don't exactly know where we should expect the fights to be coming from. And 30 minutes is a very long time. Like, that's a very, very, very solid amount of time. I guess we'll rally our units to straight up into the central part of the map. And there are some mana fountains here in the back, apparently, as well as healing fountains. So I should be able to use those. Okay, I'm researching web. That one is already done. And Sacrificial Pit is up, so that means that I can start producing my... Oh, here we go. There's actually a bunch of new ones already. I was gonna say, I should be able to start producing some of these units very shortly once again. I am gonna need some more lumber production, though. You guys should really get some lumber from right here. I think that's smarter. Whoa, it actually does so much damage to our building, though. Oh god. Nah, that's a single Ziggurat already gone. That's a shame. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit triggered by the fact that I just gave a really powerful item at the end of the previous mission, right, to Kel'thuzad, and... Well, he just did give me a few of these Fellhounds, apparently, or what are they called? Yeah, Fellhounds. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually... I'm a little disappointed, because the one thing that we really need... Ooh. The one thing that we really badly need on Arthas is extra mana regeneration. And sadly, the only way I can easily get that is by an item that my ally has right now. They actually got a lot of these air-based units. Not a big fan. Okay, get them down to the ground, guys. Get them webbed. Now they actually keep on killing a few of these things at a time, which is also a little bit annoying. But it's okay, it's okay. We'll be able to keep those things, or we'll be able to get a bunch of these Ziggurats back up in action very shortly. And Frostworms should be out soon too. Well, they actually can't be produced right now. There we go. But we'll just simply rally all of our new forces right over there. Can I actually walk up and down cliffs? Oh, I thought for a second that one hopped up, but no, sadly not the case. I think we may very well have to like split up our forces if we want to make this one work properly. I'm also gonna have to make sure that I get all of these spirit towers upgraded, which turn out to be very helpful. I should maybe just keep one of these dudes around. I'm not sure. Nah, actually. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. Why are you guys going over there for? It's okay. Once again.
This is more like it.
Actually, I wonder if they're gonna be pushing into our base soon.
Hungers.
I don't know if they will go for our natural expansion. But at least our, you know, our minimap vision can be on point here quite nicely with all of these moving ghouls. And while my necromancers will end up falling here, I'm trying to get the higher tier units here, right? Without going up to high upkeep. I don't want high upkeep. Not just yet, at the very least. Okay. Looks like we once more have dealt with one of these dudes. Not without losing a bunch of our units as well, though. I wonder if that was too much. Arthas did get up to level 9. Apparently I didn't level up, but that's okay. Did manage to do that just now. And hey, oh, actually, no. The items are right here. Oh, no need to be triggered at all, Lowko.
At last.
No need to be triggered at all. All right, just put some bad items on the ground here. Let's see. I didn't actually realize that the items were lying on the ground right here. Claws of attack +9. That's incredible. Pendant of mana. Well, this is also a really good item. We'll pick up the Pendant of Mana, and I think these are pretty well set up right now. Okay. I'll just keep on producing as many things as I can. In particular, like abominations and those kinds of units, because I think they are probably the strongest ones we can make. But actually, though, these spirit towers are taking so much damage from these steam tanks. Thomas, the steam engine. Ooh, once more. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Legion. You guys aren't that bad. You're just trying to kill our world. What could possibly be bad about that? Now, it turns out, though, that these steam tanks... Thomas the steam tank? No. Thomas the train. Not the steam engine. Anyway, regardless, they will be able to do a ton of damage, and they're almost guaranteed to kill one of our buildings. If we apparently surround them and sort of bug out their AI, they may very well be killed before they can do anything. There we go. But I was gonna say, I'm just simply trying to max out on these really powerful, high HP units. And I think that may very well be our best bet. So I got hotkey group number 1 here, which is already pretty good. Did I end up losing? Did I end up losing one of my frostworms? That's a shame. But at least I can produce a lot of things now. And with 19 minutes on the clock, I mean, considering this is my first attempt here, I'm not all too worried about this. I'm actually quite liking this setup here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to split up my forces very soon, I think. I'll add these guys to hotkey 2, so we can sort of split up our units that way. I don't want to have them in several hotkey groups though, so I need to make sure that I remove these guys out of here. There we go. And I'm basically making sure that I will be able to start moving my units across the map a little bit easier than simply all having them on one hotkey group, because that's going to be bad. Now very shortly we will indeed go up to high upkeep. I wonder if I should wait for just a little bit. I think that may not be, you know, that bad of an idea. Particularly if I want to get some more of these ziggurats upgraded to spirit towers. But other than that, I think it's a pretty straightforward one where we want to make sure that we are defending the objective where units are coming in from. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that we have another group of army ready to defend at another location. So I got a lot of units, a lot of very powerful items here on Arthas. Let's see, 15% attack speed, mana capacity, I guess that's okay. Alright, we'll send all of our forces this way now, because it seems like they are attacking over here. No corpses available for now. They came from behind. There we go. And while I may end up losing a few of these ziggurats every now and then, I'm really not too worried about those. I can easily get those back up and running. They are target firing down my frostworms though. But as long as I micro reasonably well, we should be okay. Okay.
This is more like
High upkeep. Guess the time has come. Next big engagement. Oh god. Start taking out the mage if we can. That rain of mana is really terrible. Or that rain, I suppose, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. I guess it's just a blizzard, huh? That does a ton of work. Well, once again, right, as long as death coils are on point, and every now and then I need to split up my forces, but as long as we are doing that efficiently, I think we're gonna be just okay. I am, by the way, sacrificing a few of my ghouls once again, same reason as in the last mission. Don't want to max out on a bunch of ghouls. I should actually be using my upgrades a lot more. Haven't really been doing that very well. Okay, sadly, no mana here. That's okay. The ghouls and the mana worm, or not the mana worms. The ghouls and the crypt fiends can eventually go down here. Come on, boys. You're all so slow. I know you're slowed up and all that. I actually need some crypt fiends, though. I need some of them. I don't want to lose all of them. But just so we can bring the units to the ground as well when they engage like that. Once again, big engagement coming in over here. We'll get another one of those. As long as I can separate my frost worms quite easily and heal them up just like that, we should be in a pretty good position. We should be in an alright position. I mean, once again, these steam engines, right? They're doing a lot of things. Thomas and his buddies, they're doing a lot of damage to us, but Thomas, you're not gonna prevent us from summoning in the Legion and killing the rest of the universe, or the world, rather.
Speak, fool.
You're not gonna do that, Thomas. I actually should need some more of these crypt fiends. I should probably just simply get some more, just in case. I should probably just go ahead and get some more, because I can't bring these units down. And they're doing so much damage here. Where are you guys? Yeah, there we go. Every now and then they're bringing one down, which is good, and then, you know, we can deal with them, but at the same time, there's been a lot of aggression from other angles as well.
The mighty infernals have been sent to aid us. Rally them quickly, Death Knight. They are yours to command.
Alright. I can indeed use those very nicely. That's good. I am gonna have to make a few more of these ziggurats again, though, because I actually ended up losing a couple. So there we go. I'm starting those up again so we can max out. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just simply have to build a bunch of them. We'll just spend all of our money on it, because I am gonna just lose more, but... Oh my god, these Infernals, though! These Infernals are awesome! I'm losing so many of my units. I don't know if I'm losing too many. I don't know if I'm losing too many of them, because I've only got 9 minutes remaining on the clock. These are badass units, though, not gonna lie. This is basically as good as it gets right now, though. If I wanted to do this any better than I have so far, I should just go ahead and restart the entire mission. And at that point, you know, we may as well just sit this one out and see exactly if we do have enough currently to make this. Otherwise, we will just have to do the last half hour over again. I think if we do that, it would be significantly easier, just because I've got a better understanding of, you know, where I need to go ahead and position my army and all that. Okay, here we go. I really like these Infernals, though. These Infernals do so much. Look how much damage they deal. Pretty ridiculous. Once again, the same issue, though. You guys need to use your web ability, please. I'll just queue up a few more Crypt Fiends. Try and get a bunch of them out. Oh no! Don't attack him! No, that's my friend! Get your own friend! Ooh, Kel'thuzad is like no HP, though. Whew, I didn't realize they were actually pushing from that angle. That's less than ideal for us. That's a huge wave coming in here. Okay. They're actually dealing a lot of damage here to the Lich. I am gonna be able to keep him alive for now, I think. Yeah, he will stay alive for a little while longer, but I did end up losing like 90% of his HP. Now he does regenerate. He does regenerate combat. Or mana right here. So that's good. Once again though, ended up losing far too much for this engagement as well. Okay, a whole lot of Griffin Riders as well as a few Knights are moving in. They're actually gonna be going for our main here, which is fine. Oh no, they're moving around again. These cheeky guys. Okay. Oh no. Can you guys web him, please? Can you guys web him, please? I've been trying to remake more and more Crypt Fiends, but I don't have enough here. Actually, I don't know if I've got any anti-air here. Alright, so this time around, instead of like getting a lot of abominations, I've decided to add on a lot more fiends instead, which hopefully will be good. They have a tendency to not die nearly as quickly as, you know, the other dudes do. Now, I did just once again get my abominations, which do a ton of damage. And I know that the next engagement should be over here somewhere, so I'm already starting to send my units in that direction. I still want to make, you know, as many units as I can, really. But I'm pretty sure this is where the big attack wave comes into, you know, basically destroy Kel'thuzad here. This is the one that did a lot of damage to him. Should be here in just a little bit. Gold mine is once again collapsing. That's okay. I'll just queue up more Crypt Fiends. I just need those. Like, we need to get rid of their air units. These air units are, you know, a pain. All of the Griffin Riders that will come in. So if I'm not mistaken, next attack wave should come in from right here. Unless I am indeed making a slight error. But with 8 minutes on the clock and me being nearly maxed out, I'll go ahead and save right here. We can use this, the main save file, I suppose. Alright, so here we are once again. This is right after the big engagement next to Kel'thuzad, who is still summoning in here. There are 6.5 minutes remaining on the clock, and I'm thinking maybe I should just defend right over here. I'm not sure though. I'll try and defend here for a little while longer, as they are engaging my main now. But I don't know if this is the correct approach. Maybe I should just, you know, maybe I should just try and be smart here. I'm hoping that Kel'thuzad will maybe summon in some new units in as well. I think that would be really good. I'll still produce more and more Crypt Fiends though. Yeah, we'll just summon in as many things as we can. But with 6 minutes remaining on the clock, I think we are in a good scenario here. I think we've got enough units. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage right now to my Black Citadel. Please don't kill that. That's mine. Get your own. Get your own if you want one. Good. Still repairing our Black Citadel as well. Oh, there's actually another one. I didn't see that one. No! 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 Well, I don't really need it. But still, that sounded like a bad deal. Can I actually still make ziggurats? I can. Good. I wasn't entirely sure if I would be able to. Anyway, I'm pretty sure these are the units that we got. And I'm just gonna sit right here. I'm just gonna sit right here, look pretty, defend Kel'thuzad with all of my forces. Alright, a couple of minutes remaining on the clock now. Only 4, to be exact. There is a huge wave just about to move across the map here. I think it's actually making its way right now to straight up, yeah, I think it's just going straight up to Kel'thuzad. They may be taking up my expansion. I would be okay with that. Once again, though, there is an Archmage there, and it's gonna rain damage, which I'm a little bit worried for. Maybe we should back up for just back up for a little bit. Maybe we can set up a bit of a concave that way, which would be huge. It actually just checked my plight here. Yeah, it's gonna take out my base. That's okay. If they want to spend time taking out this base, I mean, sure, it's gonna shut down my income. I can go up to high upkeep now as well. It doesn't really matter anymore. But if they want to do this, that's fine, right? 3.5 minutes remaining. I just need to send here and look pretty. Okay, I got a ton of units here. If they decide to move up, we'll wait until the very last second and simply push them straight down. Trying to make sure that I get the Infernals in proper positions as well. Looks like Kel'thuzad, by the way, is not giving me any additionals. A little bit disappointed in that regard, but it's okay. So my base indeed is gone. No more income from me. Actually, I should have not been in high upkeep for a little while longer, and I would have been able to get another Crypt Fiend out. I'm 13 minerals old. Actually, if they're just leaving, I'm okay with that. There's another attack coming in from this angle too. I'm gonna end up losing a lot of my units. But I'm not too worried by it. I'm not too bothered by it. I did, by the way, end up swapping one of the items on Arthas. So right now Arthas has a Scroll of Protection, which I figured would be really good. Because we are more than likely gonna have like one final massive engagement here. I am indeed gonna end up losing all of these units. Or all of these buildings, rather. Which I'm not too bothered by. Maybe I actually can't lose everything. Do you think I need to kill this? I don't know. I was thinking I may be able to just simply lose all of my buildings, but maybe that's a bad idea, because these tanks will take everything out within 2 minutes. Yeah, maybe we need to kill them real quick. Because they are going to take out everything within 2 minutes, for sure. No question asked. But still though, 1 minute 50 remaining on the clock. As long as we can destroy this, we're gonna be okay. Yep, if he wants to move up in this area, that would be totally fine with me. 1.5 minutes remaining. I hope there's not a follow-up here. If there's a follow-up, that would be bad. Now, there is actually a big engagement coming in. I'm gonna send Arthas back up to the high ground here as well.
Hold your ground. Kel'thuzad must be defended.
Okay.
This is the hour of our victory.
No one.
Alright, you guys wait.
Speak, fool.
Hold back. They're actually still attacking all of our buildings, though. 1 minute remaining. Alright, let's go. As soon as he activates his blizzard, I'll go ahead and... Scroll of Protection. Right there. Okay, that was a perfect position for me, actually. Not really something we have to worry for. And while he isn't taking... Oh, I don't know if we can lose our buildings. I mean, these are my last buildings. Do you think we're able to do this? I'm not sure. Like, my objective here is to... Kel'thuzad actually just leveled up. My objective here is to make sure that we, you know, keep him alive. I think we actually don't need to. I don't think we needed to. Perfect. Perfect. There is gonna be a bit of a split push here, though. 2 angles. 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. Kel'thuzad is indeed under attack. Oh, I actually don't have any units left over. Very few. Very few. 20 seconds. 17 seconds remaining on the clock. Alright, so here's the change that we are making, okay? 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. They just took out my natural and they are retreating. This other army is coming in now, and we're gonna try and take these out. So hopefully that's gonna allow me to get more units up the ramp as well by the time the final engagement happens, okay? So we'll just take out all of these units. Should be relatively easy now that we know exactly where they're coming from. I mean, these should not be all that much trouble. So I'm basically just trying to take out everything I can. And otherwise, I think we... Like, if this doesn't work, right? I think we just simply need more stuff. I'm at 68 supply right now. I could have been a little bit more than that if I was more careful about my positioning and all that. But anyways, here we go. We're gonna stand right here. Everyone come in.
The time is now.
One of these can go over there. One of them can go over here. One of them over there. And then one up top as well. Well, apparently some of these steam engines are still pushing. Thomas and his brother. There shouldn't be much of a hassle this time around. And maybe like having some buildings alive as well will slow down their advancement. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's what I'm hoping for. And once again, setting up a big engagement. Arthas can go in the central part.
Hold your ground. Kel'thuzad must be defended.
We'll save.
This is the hour of our victory.
We'll save right here. We'll save right here.
No one.
And this is where we fight. This is where we engage them. I don't really want to lose position just yet. Alright. Yeah, indeed. So part of their army is now fighting my base, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I should be able to keep this one. 1 minute remaining on the clock, though. Okay. You guys fight up there. Yeah, look at them. They're all taking out my base right now, which I think should buy us at least 20 seconds, right? You'd imagine they would buy us at least 20 seconds right now. Okay, using my ulti here. And I'm basically just trying to be as smart as I can be in these engagements. 30 seconds. I still have most of my army up and running. I still have got a lot of supply as well. It's 40, we are dropping. 20 seconds on the clock. They still need to advance so much. I don't think we're gonna lose this. I think we got this. 15 seconds now. They are already doing quite a bit of damage here to Kel'thuzad, though.
At last.
5 seconds. No, we got this. We got this. We got this. 100%. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Summon Archimonde.
Come forth, Lord Archimonde. Enter this world and let us bask in your power.
Oh, yes. Bask in his power. We will.
Tremble, mortals, and despair. Doom has come to this world. You have done well, little lich. My plan worked perfectly.
Lord Archimonde, all the preparations have been made.
Very well, Tichondrius. Since the Lich King is of no further use to me, you Dreadlords will now command the Scourge.
As you wish, Lord Archimonde.
That was easy. Passive power right there.
I will order the invasion to begin. But first, I will make an example of these paltry wizards by crushing their city into the ashes of history.
This has got to be a joke. What happens to us now?
Be patient, young Death Knight. The Lich King foresaw this as well. You may yet have a part to play in his grand design.
Agir, Udal, Nutarus. Agir, Udas, Betalu. Dalentaro, Ildas, Glaku. Retum Setharas Amanar, Kutamus. Belar Sumaris, Azeroth, Rakas, Ikula. Belanora, Mordanos Melar, il amor no falos cada.
And with that, we have the end of both the Undead campaign as well as Dalaran itself. The city, indeed, is now in shackles and it's basically gone as we know it. However, in the next episode, while we did finish up the Undead one, we will also begin with the Orc campaign. As you may remember, they were indeed instructed to sail away from their homelands, and I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to be starting off in the next one as well. Of course, that is a little bit of a different storyline. So if you are interested in that, definitely let me know by hitting up that like button. But on top of that, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. And while you're at it, you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Links are in the description. I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I'll see you in the next one.